Do you believe your thoughts can influence not just your emotions but even your body and circumstances? What if I told you that the quality of your thoughts could be the single most important factor in shaping your future? As a man thinketh. Let's dive deep into a subject that is as old as time itself, but as fresh and relevant as the thought crossing your mind right now. I'm exploring a concept that is both something profoundly simple yet incredibly complex: the power of a man's mindset, his thinking, and how these invisible forces shape him into who he becomes. The idea that you are what you think is not just a cliche thrown around in motivational speeches or self help books. It is a truth echoed throughout history, in philosophy, in religion, and psychology, and so on. Think of your mind as the ultimate sculpture, molding your life with every thought you allow to linger. The great philosopher James Allen captured this idea perfectly in his this timeless pocket book, As a Man Thinketh. If you haven't read it, I highly recommend it that you read this. It is like a manual for your brain, only without the complicated assembly instruction or the inevitable leftover screws. Allen begins with the powerful declaration: mind is the master power that molds and makes, and man is mind, and evermore he takes the tool of thought, and shaping what he wills, brings forth 1,000 joys, 1,000 ills. He thinks in secret, and it comes to pass. Environment is but his looking glass. In other words, your thoughts are like the tools in a sculptor's hands. What you carve out with them is entirely up to you. If you think positively, you shape a life filled with joy and achievement. Am I sounding like a motivational speaker? But I don't want to. But it is. If you dwell on negativity, well, you might as well hand yourself and start crafting your very own disaster. It is like the sculpting your future with a jackhammer. It's not going to end well. So this concept is not just confined to philosophy or psychology. It is deeply rooted in spiritual teachings as well. The Bible states, a man as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So this verse echoes the same sentiment. Our thoughts are not just passive reflections of our reality, they actively shape it. Your inner world creates your outer world, whether you are aware of it or not. This is not just some spiritual mumbo jumbo. It is a reality you live every single day. Your thoughts don't just shape your circumstances, they literally shape your body and health and your being. As Allen also captured this, the body is a delicate and plastic instrument which responds readily to the thoughts by which it is impressed, and habits of thought will produce their own effects, good or bad, upon it. Should I break it down? Okay, let me try. If your body were a guitar, your thoughts would be fingers strumming the strings. Now play a harmonious tune, and your body resonates with health and vitality. Play discordantly, and well, you start seeing the equivalent of broken strings and out of tune notes in the form of stress, illness, and fatigue, right? Modern science backs this up with the concept of psychoneuroimmunology. Psychoneuroimmunology. Yeah, try saying that 3 times fast, you will get it. So basically, it is the study of how your thoughts and emotions directly influence your immune system and overall health. So next time someone tells you to think positive They are not just trying to annoy you. They might be saving you a trip to doctor, right? So, but what about our circumstances? Surely we are not entirely responsible for everything that happens to us, right? But also circumstances grow out of thoughts. Get it clearly. That is right. Your environment is in many ways a reflection of your internal world. You think in secret and it comes to pass. It is almost like your thought have this sneaky habit of getting of your out of your head and rearranging life without asking for permission. So if you want to change your circumstances, you need to start by changing and managing your thoughts, your mind. Have control on that. This idea aligns beautifully with the Quranic concept as well of inner transformation leading to outer change. The Quran states in, I don't remember the verse, I think I will mention it in the description. It says, indeed, Allah will not change the condition of a people until they change what is in themselves. So this verse reinforces the notion that our internal state, our thoughts, beliefs and attitudes, they are the drivers of our external reality. Want to change your life? Start by changing what is in your mind. Your perspective also shapes your reality, just as surely as your thoughts shape your circumstances. It is a little like wearing glasses. If your lenses are tinted, everything you will see have that tint. Similarly, if your mindset is negative or fearful, that is how you will perceive the world around you. Understood? Now, for those of you who might be thinking, this all sounds great, but I have had my fair share of challenges and no amount of positive thinking could have prevented them. You are absolutely right. Understood? Life challenges us and not everything is within our control. But what we can control is how we respond to those challenges. Understood? As this philosopher wisely notes this, yes, he who has conquered doubt and fear has conquered failure. His every thought is allied with power, and all difficulties are bravely met and wisely overcome. So if you are aiming for greatness, it is not enough to sit around and hope it will happen. No, that's not also the way of believer, a mu'min, true believer. You have to direct your thoughts, focus your mind and align your actions with your goals. Otherwise, it is like trying to hit a bull's eye with blindfolded. You might get lucky, but it is not a strategy I would bet on. Understood? And also, this philosopher puts it that all achievements, whether in the business, intellectual or spiritual world, are the result of definitely directed thought, are governed by the same law and are of the same method. The only difference lies in the object of attainment. All achievements, whether in business, intellectual pursuits or spiritual growth, begin with a thought, a single thought. Control your mind, focus on your mind, you will get it. So in conclusion, keep that in mind. The most barbaric weapon in your arsenal is your brain. It defines the world around you, reshapes your body and designs your tomorrow. Whether you are consciously aware of it or not, but you are crafting your life with every stroke of your mind's brush. Then why not to do it intentionally? The Quran, the Bible and all the philosophers all agree on this fundamental truth. As a man thinketh, so is he. So take a control of your thoughts, shape them wisely and watch as your life transforms before your very eyes. I bet that. And who knows, maybe one day you will look back and realize that the most significant changes in your life began with nothing more than a single powerful thought. Understood? And look what is written behind this book. Cherish your visions, cherish your ideals, cherish the music that stirs in your heart, the beauty that forms in your mind, the loveliness that drapes your purest thoughts. For out of them will grow all delightful conditions, all heavenly environment. Of these, if you but remain true to them, your world will at last be built. So what are you thinking right now? Because whatever it is the first brush stroke on the canvas of your tomorrow. Paint wisely. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billahi al-aliyyil azim.